The fire truck didn't even slow down. Sirens howling, lights blazing, it turned the corner like a beast let loose, barreling straight toward Marla's brand-new luxury SUV, parked brazenly across the freshly painted red fire lane like it had paid property tax. Kids screamed. Wine glasses shattered. And just before the axe came swinging through the windshield, her voice cut through the chaos. "You touch my car, and I will sue every last one of you." 2 seconds later, glass exploded into the air like a 4th of July finale. And somehow, that still wasn't the wildest part of the day. Earlier that morning, the neighborhood was unusually quiet, a warning sign I should have recognized. I was in my backyard trimming the hedges, earbuds in, listening to a podcast about infrastructure failures. Yes, I'm that guy. When I spotted Marla pacing her lawn with a clipboard and barking into a walkie-talkie like she was commanding a battlefield. That could mean only one thing: another one of her exclusive neighborhood events. By exclusive, I mean loud, unpermitted, and unapologetically chaotic, often featuring inflatable structures large enough to be visible from space. I sighed and glanced at the fire lane directly across from her driveway, newly painted by the city just 2 weeks ago. I had a feeling it wouldn't stay clear for long. Marla was the kind of person who spelled her name out loud to make sure you knew it had flair. She treated HOA rules like whimsical suggestions and had a sixth sense for exploiting loopholes while wielding technicalities like weapons. She once fined a neighbor for an uncovered trash can during a snowstorm. So when a valet service showed up around noon and began directing cars into the fire lane like it was a hotel driveway, I wasn't shocked. Her SUV, polished to a blinding shine, was front and center, backed up to the hydrant with a glittery "reserved for host" sign slapped on its rear windshield. By 2 p.m., our peaceful suburban cul-de-sac had morphed into a carnival. A taco truck, a DJ spinning club hits from the early 2000s, and inflatable bounce houses transformed the street into a neon obstacle course. I even saw a toddler wandering around with a margarita straw and no pants. Marla lounged by the pool in a robe and oversized sun hat, sipping rose like she was auditioning for a reality TV show. Through the haze of music, laughter, and shouted toasts, I caught a whiff of something off. Smoke. At first, no one noticed. The breeze carried it away from the party. But I could see it from my deck. A thin column of smoke rising from the yard across the street. Flames were licking the side of the neighbor's grill setup, and I heard the unmistakable pop of pressurized gas. I ran inside, dialed 911, then hustled over to the party, waving my arms to get someone's attention. No one noticed. The music was deafening. Finally, I locked eyes with Marla. "Marla, there's a fire." She rolled her eyes. "Eli, don't be dramatic. It's probably just a candle." "That is not a candle. You need to move your car. Now." She took a lazy sip of her drink. "Relax, babe. The valet has the keys, and this is a party emergency, not a real one." The sirens were getting louder. I knew the layout of the neighborhood better than anyone. I used to be a city engineer and helped design the emergency access plan. That fire lane wasn't decorative. It was the only viable path for emergency services to reach the upper cul-de-sac. And, as predicted, the fire truck appeared, blazing through the corner, until it met the roadblock that was Marla's SUV. The driver slammed the brakes. Firefighters jumped down, scanning for the owner. "Marla? Still by the pool?" "This is a fire lane," one firefighter shouted. "We need immediate access." "Go around," Marla yelled back. "We're hosting a charity event. For neighborhood unity." The firefighter didn't bother replying. He nodded to his team. They grabbed tools. I hit record. Marla finally noticed and bolted across the lawn, fumbling through her beach tote. Wait. I have the valet key." Too late. The first swing of the axe shattered the rear window. The second cleared enough room for the host to snake through, out the front windshield. The party gasped. Marla froze. Then screamed. The crew got the fire under control in minutes, but the real inferno had just begun. The house was saved, barely. But those precious minutes of delay? They could have changed everything. The fire captain approached Marla, who clutched a mangled side mirror like a fallen crown. "You obstructed an emergency response," he said. "You'll be cited. Your vehicle was interfering with hydrant access. We had authorization." Marla scoffed. "I know the mayor. I'll have your job." "Tell him we said hi," he replied. "Ask if he remembers writing the fire code you violated." She sputtered but had no comeback. Just stormed off, muttering about her lawyer. That night, I reviewed my ring cam footage. I'd captured everything. I debated posting it but hesitated. Then I didn't need to. Someone else had filmed from their balcony and uploaded it to Reddit. entitled Host Blocks Fire Lane for Pool Party. Firefighters make entry like a SWAT team. It went viral. The next morning, I stepped outside and was greeted with whispers, nods, awkward smiles. People didn't know whether to treat me like a snitch or a savior. Marla, on the other hand, went full PR damage control. She posted a long rant in the HO Facebook group titled The Truth About Yesterday's Overreaction. She blamed the firefighters, claimed her SUV was vandalized, and called the fire a minor flare-up. Commenters stayed mostly silent, except old Mr. Cafferty, who simply wrote, "They broke your window because you broke the law." That got 112 likes. Marla then took to the streets with a clipboard, gathering signatures to file a formal complaint against the fire department. She even showed up at my door. "You have to help me," she said. "As a neighbor. Was your car legally parked? The sign says no parking." I was hosting. I blinked. "That's not how fire lanes work." She glared. "You think you're a hero because you tattled? I think someone could have died." She stormed off. The fire marshal returned that evening, citing 6 violations: no valet permit, bounce house hazard, open flame violations, and illegal lighting on city trees. Her SUV? Declared totaled. Her insurance? Denied. Negligence. She ran it again online. This time, gender-based insurance bias. Ratioed into oblivion. Things changed after that. Neighbors started speaking up. A quiet coup began. The HOA board called an emergency vote. Packed meeting. One by one, stories emerged. Fines for bird feeders. Threats over wind chimes. Surveillance cameras on public land. When the vote came, she lost. Only one vote in her favor. Hers. As she left, she hissed, "You'll regret this. This neighborhood needs me." From the back, Mr. Cafferty called out, "If it means no fines for daffodils, I'm good." Laughter. Relief. A week later, her SUV sat on the driveway, covered with a tarp. She tried rebranding her HO'd Facebook group. No one joined. Code enforcement came again. Violations stacked. Neighbors began planting flowers and installing benches where her threats once ruled. Then came the billboard. Just off the highway. A still of the viral video. Text below, "Respect fire lanes. Save lives." It wasn't a meme. It was a real PSA. Marla had wanted fame. She got it. Eventually, a moving truck arrived. Quietly, she left. No farewell. Just the thud of boxes, the creak of wheels, the slam of a truck door. That evening, we held an impromptu cookout. Hot dogs. Music. Laughter. "Hey, you're the fire guy," a kid shouted at me. I laughed. "No, just the guy with the phone." The next day, a new sign appeared in the community garden. Painted by hand, "Community over control." Underneath it, someone had left a small bouquet. And just like that, we began again.